does Elicit currently have?
I don't actually know the exact amount of users because this is a very up-and-coming technology. I mean, it was just mentioned in the New York Times in 2023, but it's a huge tool that researchers can use, and it's definitely going to grow in the next decade.
Okay, so what incentive do people have to do more work when they could have a bot do it for them?
I believe, and I think many of you would agree with me, that humans don't just want to sit around and do nothing all day. We have this innate urge to actually contribute to society, to interact with other people, and feel like we're doing something meaningful with our lives.
Is that philosophy or fact?
It's actually a fact. According to an article by BBC written in 2020, UVA, or the University of Virginia, made a study that proved that people do not want to be lazy. They actually need to do something with their time.
So how do you know that Newton discovered gravity?
I feel like that's common knowledge.
How do you know that it was an apple that fell on Newton's head?
I mean, my science teacher told me that.
What's your source?
I don't think I
Thank
would.
you. Are you aware that LLMs like ChatGPT can pass the US medical licensing exam?
Yeah.
So what's the difference then between these ChatGPTs making medical diagnosis and doctors doing the same thing?
I mean, I think I went over the big difference in my speech, but it's the interpersonal connections that can be created between a physician and their patient. Essentially, a doctor actually has empathy. They can feel for their patient. They can make connections with them, whereas an LLM can only really offer a diagnosis and not build any trust. And there is a lot of issues right now with patients actually following what their physicians tell them to do, and what the physicians really need is more time to build a connection with their patients, which can be made with LLMs doing the extra work for them. And this is going to make it much easier for them to follow what they're supposed to do.
Nothing further.
All right, that was